What's up, loners? We're back again with another video. Thank you guys for coming back and checking in with us. We hope you enjoy all our content. We also hope you've been jumping over and and watching our vlog channels because we've been posting, and you'd know if you went over and liked and subscribed. But yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, welcome back to another loners. Roll that intro. Thanks for coming back again, guys. Hope you all have been doing well wherever you guys are from. Drop in the comments where you guys are from, All right, so today we're going to do a video called How Life Changes When You Learn a New Language.
By Sprout.
Sprouht. I'll put the original in the description. Yeah. All right, and let's see how life changes.
What has learning those extra languages taught you about life and about yourself?
That is a very big question.
When was the last time that you felt like a ghost? At home, you can understand everyone and everything that you see. But when you travel to a foreign country that doesn't speak your language, you become invisible. Our biggest fear as a collective when it comes to traveling is feeling like an outsider due to language barriers. Yet it is language that opens up the most unexpected and unbelievably incredible opportunities in life.
I feel like learning a language like opening a window, opens the world of opportunities.
How can language change your world? How many words do you really need to learn to feel an impact? And what happens when you speak more languages?
How many languages?
So just stopping, like when we've gone to other places, the one I really felt like we were invisible was China when we saw.
Well, even if we spoke like Mandarin or Cantonese, I feel like we still would have looked like we would have stuck out like sore thumbs regardless. I don't think it was just the language, because a lot of people did speak English, but I can see what they mean, like in a deeper level. Like you can build a connection with especially locals when you know.
Yeah, 100%. Like when we were in Thailand, I only knew like two little sayings, was like hello and thank you and goodbye.
But we usually try to research that stuff before going somewhere, like enough to kind of get you around.
Yeah.
But we are kind of spoiled because I do feel like most of the world, like you could get around to a degree knowing English.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of has spoiled us. But
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I do sometimes feel like, fuck, I should probably have done more research before,
Do you guys speak?
1.5.
1.5.
Only one.
Only one? Are you happy about that?
No.
No?
No.
3 languages.
What are they?
Japanese, English, and Farsi.
A little bit of Spanish.
A Spanish and a tiny bit of Japanese.
Just one. English. Generally speaking, what would motivate someone to learn a new language?
Oh, travel.
Yeah.
Want to see the world. I think also understanding other cultures. Because you can be there, but if you're not speaking their language, you're missing 90% of it, aren't you?
3 years ago, I moved to Singapore to spend 4 months living there for an exchange program. While I told everybody that it was my dream to go to Singapore, I actually always wanted to go to Japan. The difference though is that in Japan, I wouldn't understand any of the language, and in Singapore, they spoke English. The truth is, as I get older, I realize that I actually regret that decision. I didn't want to go to Japan 3 years ago because I thought I would be lonely, and ever since I've arrived a few days ago, I realize the loneliness is there. So now the question is, within 30 days, can I successfully manage to make myself less lonely?
Okay, so it's day 1. We just got to Tokyo, and we know nothing.
We're really hungry, and we're in Shimoti Kazawa, and right now we want to eat tonkatsu. So I went on Google Maps and I looked up tonkatsu, and I got 1 million results. The thing is, the best places aren't going to be written in English.
Yeah.
Tonkatsu?
This is tonsu shop.
Okay. It's good?
Good.
Okay.
These 2 guys recommended this place to go and eat. The only way they were able to look it up is because I had already downloaded the Japanese keyboard to my phone.
That's so funny.
This is prawn?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not tonkatsu? Yeah. Oh. Okay. It's prawn.
I will say it is really difficult when you start to go back and forth with someone when they just really don't understand. It just starts to get so awkward.
Honestly, I kind of like it. I think it's fun. It feels like you guys are trying to figure out like a riddle together.
Like a mutual riddle.
But if it's like important, then yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Like if it's something that is like urgent and you just need
Like an emergency.
somebody, yeah, or just something like direction somewhere because you're about to be late, but just something like that. Yeah, that would be kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
But
I do feel like also in Italy, there were some people who spoke English, but then some people just really didn't want to speak English either.
which they don't have to. I
Yeah.
get it. Some people are, they're in their own ways and they're like, no, you can learn my language. You're in Italy, and that's fine. Like whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
Our goal for this dinner is to learn as much Japanese while eating as possible. So yeah. Do you guys speak at all? Okay.
So sukoshi, can you take a little?
How do you say a lot though in Japanese?
So sukoshi.
Sukoshi a little.
A lot.
Ipai.
Ipai.
これはヒラメの卵と胃袋
So how much do you understand?
Okay. So just individually here, tamago.
これはヒラメの魚
Hirame, flat fish, hirame.
It's the belly of the belly? One thing we do know is kanpai means cheers.
Oh, nice. Kanpai. It is pretty awesome learning little things from like local people and like asking them the questions. You could tell they genuinely get happy to like teach if they can understand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. I do feel like it's hit or miss. Some people just don't want to give you the time of day, and then some people, they like love helping
They get
out.
super happy. Yeah.
Yeah. And we appreciate those people.
I know. When we were in Thailand, I would always ask our person driving us or something, like, how do you say this? How do you say this? Sometimes they were
And
like,
then Brian, we went to like a 7-Eleven and he was trying, what were you trying to say?
I was trying to
Like,
say nice to meet you.
Yes.
And I said it completely wrong.
And the guy was just like,
he's like, what?
Just get out. But he was nice about it. It was just funny.
Yeah.
So that did not go as planned.
Pretty simple to say our Japanese sucks.
We don't know anything. We
You
find
know-
ourselves saying the same words every single time.
Yeah.
If we want to converse with sushi chefs and we want to actually have conversations with these people, we need to be using sentences.
Yeah.
And we
Okay, respectfully, I think it's so dramatic, the music they're playing.
I-
Like, it's fine. This is
It's like
curable.
life or death.
Right. Like, you were there a day. So yeah, I just think it's so funny that they're so disappointed in their
Look, the sad faces.
like 48 hours in Japan, Japanese.
didn't do that at all. So we just have to listen to this the whole time in a noisy restaurant.
Where do we go from here? And we understand we need to know sentences. Like, do we just learn phrases, or should we learn more words and piece those together?
It's a good question. Technically speaking, how did you learn those new languages?
Japanese, maybe I started on my own watching stuff on internet.
I'm
YouTube
so
videos.
sorry.
I didn't even notice the music now, and then when you said it, I can't stop fucking listening to it now. It sounds like we're in some movie where like the the husband or wife is like dying, and they're like there next to him.
Oh my god, it's like an SNL skit. Sorry.
All right, come on. It's not that funny. Come on. All right, come on.
YouTube videos.
I started to just talk to the people in the stores, on the streets.
Did you use any tools?
Duolingo.
You work for Duolingo?
I don't work for not an ad.
If someone wanted to learn a new language, what would you say the first steps would be?
I found like a really helpful way for me was to go to just like a language school.
Well, you can do little courses over months. And nowadays, of course, with the internet and Wi-Fi, of course, there's all these ones you can pick up much cheaper and much easier.
I think it's great to use movies, or like songs. First, maybe you can start off with looking at subtitles, and little by little turn off the subtitles. Let your hearing become comfortable with the languages.
That's a great idea.
Just not be too shy about it.
Basically, I think at the beginning of the challenge, we were like, let's learn Japanese. Now we're realizing we just want to learn with regards to food.
Let's just pretend to be at a restaurant right now, and we go through like the menu and we say, okay, I want to get black coffee. Oh, how big is it? Boom, right there. Like,
I mean, that's a great idea to start with food if you are trying to self-teach, because that's something that brings people together, like no matter what. Like there's a good chance anywhere you visit, that's the majority of what your conversation between people is going to be. Like whether it's like a waiter or a chef or people near you, you know?
That's true.
I mean, that's what it seems like, at least. That and like the train station.
Yeah, that's a good
We
point.
don't know how to say that. Write that down. As if it's like some sort of like tree that you can branch out into a bunch of different like questions and options. You're looking at a menu, what are all the different ways this can go?
If we do this every single day and actually apply it, we can definitely get our goal.
We can turn it around.
Yeah.
Hi, Tomoko. How are
Yeah, I feel like that's why a lot of the like Duolingo and all them, they're okay, but I feel like if you're actually talking to someone.
Yeah, that's how I learn. I have to genuinely interact with somebody that's teaching me, because I work best when someone tells me, no, you're wrong. It's like this. Instead of being like, good job, you clicked the right answer.
Yeah,
you know?
it is true. I feel like it's the only way to really learn.
Or
like fast.
You know? And honestly, it's process of elimination on some of those apps. I'm just clicking, you know, whichever one I think, and then it's like, I don't know. I just feel I work better when somebody is teaching me.
Me too.
In general. Pause. Have you ever wanted to learn a new language? Well, lucky for you, our sponsor today is Lingoda. Lingoda is an online language learning platform where you can take private or group classes at any time of the day. They offer 4 languages to learn: German, Spanish, French, and English.
I recently attended my first class in German, and it was wunderbar. Something I love about the curriculum is that they go beyond just traditional learning, teaching lessons that are actually useful in day-to-day situations while you're traveling abroad. All of the teachers are certified and have native level fluency in the languages that they are teaching.
So start small with one class or join one of the Lingoda sprints. Sprints are challenges where you commit to 15 or 30 classes a month for 2 months. These challenges will keep you consistent and confident while learning a new language. The best part is you can earn 50 or 100% of your money back when completed.
If you're interested in this awesome opportunity, make sure to use our code LOANERS. It's also available in the description. And we just want to say good luck to everyone who uses it on your language learning journey. And we hope to hear back from you soon.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Lingoda. Back to the video.
What would you say the consequences of not learning a language are?
I think it unlocks creativity, so maybe you're not as creative.
I think the fact is you then don't get to know the people, the base of the country.
I mean, you don't need to force yourself to know 10 languages, but if you know second languages or 3 languages, the circle will expand and also broadens as well.
We've experienced this somewhat.
I also feel like it makes it easier once you start learning 1 or 2. Then you get like a process going where you can just kind of like...
I can see that, especially if like the third one is somewhat similar to like one of the 2 you already know.
Yeah, that's true.
I can see that.
Yeah.
You know, when you're in an area where you don't speak the language and no one speaks your language, it's a little lonely.
Isolating.
Yeah? Do you think learning a language can cure loneliness?
100%. Language, communication, body language, everything is a part of bringing yourself together into an environment where you have similar interests or similar dialogue. And I think, you know, not knowing a language in another country, well, you kind of feel isolated, don't you, straight away?
I have to give a lot of respect to people who learn languages. It's not easy. So the majority of the time that you're learning a language, you're alone. You're sitting at your desk, you're writing things down, taking notes, trying to memorize things. Even though you can use resources like italki, you're still stuck at home. It's very lonely. The whole point of this is to be less lonely. Now, luckily, I have this privilege of having a decent amount of followers on Instagram and on social media who live in different parts of the world. I've got a few followers who live in Tokyo, and I'm asking them if they want to meet up with me and help me learn the language. This is Hikaru.
That's so cool.
That's awesome.
So I'm trying to learn the language here.
Takashi is from here. He speaks Japanese.
This is Yuka. Do you have any words that are commonly used?
私はカナダから is Canada 来ました
Watashi wa Kanada kara kimashita.
Perfect.
Like, what can we do to enter into the culture?
Well, you can always date a girl. I think that's the easiest way.
We want to be able to know enough that we can walk into a ramen shop and we can order everything.
He's like, oh, that's going to be hard.
Would you say besides how we look, we're Japanese?
Now you know me, so I will invite your parties.
This is the moment we've been waiting for.
Yeah, I feel like food is like the number one thing.
That brings people together.
Yeah, and it's all,
anything social.
This is the final test. So Will and I are staying purposely in this very local neighborhood in Tokyo where there's basically no foreigners besides the 2 of us.
That's
and
awesome.
Just so happens that right next to where we're staying there's a little sushi omakase restaurant. I read on the reviews, apparently the owner of this restaurant doesn't speak any English, which is perfect, because we don't either tonight.
I'd be so nervous right at this moment.
Open.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Koko de gaikoku hito ni takusan tabete moraimasu ka? Hi? Oh, okay. She gets a lot of foreigners.
She's like, you're not new.
Hi. Yeah, hi. Onegaishimasu. Nansai desu ka?
This is cool. There's I know this is like I wanted to say there's a YouTube channel that I watch called Sabbatical, and this guy's really cool, and he goes around to a bunch of different countries, and he learns languages so fast, and it's insane because he doesn't like use his phone or anything. He just like learns them like 2 weeks before he goes.
Yeah,
and then just speaks with them. And he was in Japan, China, everywhere. Yeah,
that guy's impressive. I want to study his brain.
Yeah, and he's really cool too. So I mean, you should check out his channel. But yeah.
Oh, 80. Oh, hi. Wow. Oh my God.
You're lucky if you make it to 80.
Arigatou gozaimasu.
Totemo utsukushi ryori. これは何ですか?
That guy speaks well.
Ikura?
Yeah.
It's Nemo and his friends.
Wow. The ikura. Oishi. It's good.
あなたは私を殺そうとしていますか?
That is breaking boundaries right there.
Oh, she's so nice.
Oh, I want to give her a hug.
I know.
She's so sweet.
What has learning those extra languages taught you about life?
Well, I think
yeah.
learn how to think like in a slightly different way. Each language is kind of really linked to a culture. It's not like a different way to speak, it's also kind of a different way to think, and it really helps to understand the culture of our countries.
You could give a piece of advice to someone who wants to learn a new language, what would you say?
Get started.
Yeah.
Pretty easy to do it. Whichever way you learn best, like approach it in that respect.
I like to see language learning as building a house. If the foundation is good, it's no problem for me to do it alone just to build the structure.
Kind of like life.
Yeah, so learning a language is like learning about life.
Oh, wow. Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. Wow. I'm going to be honest. I think if we didn't go through this whole journey of trying to learn Japanese and trying to actually acclimate to the culture, I probably never would have looked this place up and realized that it was a sushi restaurant and decided to go in. Learning more of a new language, even if it's only 50 words, can unlock so many different experiences, and that's what life's about. It's just about those little tiny interactions and experiences you can have that you would not gain access to unless you decided to get out of your comfort zone. That was awesome.
You know,
I agree.
It is really true. And like when we were in Spain, I'm happy that I speak Spanish already. No, I'm not perfect, but I speak Spanish, but like I brushed up on it before. But like when we went to San Sebastian and we were at the bar with the person who owns it, and like just little things that I could tell, like I wouldn't have been able to have that certain experience if I didn't.
You can't connect the same way.
Because then they start to banter with you and they start to like get like more warm.
Everyone's trying to focus on
how do I say what I need to say?
Versus like their own personality being, you know, involved with it too.
Yeah, so I definitely agree with that. What he's saying, it makes sense.
And there's no like small talk when you don't know the language.
Yeah,
there's
exactly.
No like goofing around.
Yeah, you only do the main point of like
it's too transactional.
Exactly. Nah, that guy does really good with editing and everything. His channel Sprout. We'll put the original in the description. But yeah, interesting video, and it is true.
Yeah, I agree. I feel disappointed that I didn't get to learn another language growing up because my parents, at least my mom's family, had every opportunity to teach us.
Her family speaks Arabic, Egyptian Arabic.
Her family speaks, but they would only speak it when they were arguing. So I know a lot of curse words. I know a lot of insults.
That's so funny.
But I don't know how to like
communicate.
Have a conversation.
Yeah.
Unless you want to bite.
My mom and dad both speak Spanish, but they didn't teach me. I just learned a bit.
We
from,
also
like,
grew up in a
friends.
community that was predominantly Hispanic.
Yeah.
Most people were speaking Spanish all the
Yeah,
time.
my hometown was like 90% Hispanic people.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Went to school with a bunch of white people. Well, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure our demo, I would assume a good portion of you guys know more than one language.
I would think so too, because English probably they all know, and then wherever they're from.
Right.
Yeah.
But I know we have a lot of UK users, so or viewers. Did I say users? We have a lot of UK viewers.
Yeah.
And that's a coin toss if you know a second language or not.
That's true. That is true. Yeah.
I don't think they're forced there. So anyway, thanks for watching. And if you guys wanted to use our code for Lingoda,
Check the description box below.
or Brian can put a nice thing at the bottom of the screen again.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys, and jump over to our vlog channel.
And let us know what languages you know
Yeah. Peace.
in the comments.